Hey everyone, welcome to Everything Programming Pro. So today we're going to build a custom drop-down, right? And let me show you first how the drop-down will look like. So this will be the custom drop-down that we'll be making. That is, if you click on open, this will open. If you select some option, the option will be here. And if you click on cross, the option will be gone. So this is the functionality that we're gonna implement, and obviously leaving the silent part on you again. So let's start the video now. So now let's start with the drop down. So why I'm making this video, because number of times I have faced this issue that we are not able to customize the drop downs, right? So right now if we see, we have number of options available in the market like React Select and something from Bootstrap, we have something from MUI we have, but they are not super customizable, for right? So for example, uh, how the feel of this looks like, there are few things that cannot be changed. So we why to use this when we can build our own custom one, right? So I will first of all make I'm using code sandbox here, you can see here, and in the code sandbox I have chosen a React template already, and here making a custom, or you can say a separate file for that says dropdown.js, right? So here in this particular template that I have added some styles. Here I'll just call the drop down. Just a second, because I have not exported it, right? So first of all, let's fill something in here. So what do? We import. Even this is not required these days. Import React from React, right? Just like this, and I'll be export const drop down is equal to this arrow function, and here I'll simply return a division, a div tag, or whatever you want to say, a div that says drop down, right? Just like that. And now I'll save this one, and similarly I'll simply import this dropdown.js right over here, right? Just like this. Now you can see we are able to see a drop down text over here, right? So here this will be the first step of building of the drop down, right? So first of all, let me add some options that we are going to add in the drop down, right? So the options will be, let's put it in as an array. So option 1, okay, option 2, or let's make it an array of objects, right? I'll show you why. Okay, so this will be like name option op1, right? This will be, and key will be 1 again. Why is it giving an error? Ideally this should not give an error. What is it? Okay, we have not given a name, sorry. So options, right? Just like that, options. Okay, and similarly I'll just copy this one and I'll make multiple options just like this. Write this, write this, like this. Okay, now we have 4 options to show in the drop down. The key will be 4 again. This will be option 3. This will be option 2. I'm using this particular technique, or you can say like this particular method, because this is how the data from the API is like, right? We see it's a JSON file and something like this. That's how you get a file data from the backend or from an API, right? So let's start. Let's pass a prop here. Okay, the number 1 prop that will pass is options is equal to options that we are having right over here in this particular file, right? Now okay, now options will be here, and now we'll go to this file, and let's start building it from scratch. Now again, I'll remove this division, I'll put parentheses again, and this will be div, and this in this div, now what will we be having here? First of all, there will be a input, right, where the user will be able to, or let's give it a class first, right? So class name is equal to option, sorry, this will be drop down container, just like this. Okay, And after this, in the drop down, what is the first thing we see in a drop down? For example, in a drop down similar to this one, we see a input tag where we can input something, right? For that, let's put a division again that says input container. Okay, so class name is equal to input container, right? Just like that. Okay, and now let's put an input tag or okay, since we are going to make a simple drop down first, so I'm not putting a input tag. It will simply work like this one. Okay, this one with the without an input tag, because we don't want it to be a type height. Okay, so I'll put a division, or oh, okay, I'll put a span here, right? A span tag, and here this will give us the input value, or the value that we will select. Okay, so for that, let's uh, take a class over here. Okay, I mean a state, that is const selected option and set selected option, right? This will be a use state, and the value of the use state will be empty. Let's import use state first. So use state is imported, as you can see, and here, since nothing is being shown, so I'll copy this one and I'll put this into this span. Okay, for now, just to I'll write text here so that you people can see that something is here. Okay, now let's give this input container okay, let's give this drop down container a border first. Okay, drop down container, and I'll this styles.css, and here we'll be having and border 1 pixel solid gray. Right, now you can see, and let's set a width will be, let's give 300 pixels. Okay, just to have a little what do we say, a little something area to work upon. Okay, I'll give a padding so that the from top bottom it will be 0.5 rem, and from left right it will be 0.7 rem, just like that. Okay, padding and border radius will be 5 pixels, just like that, so it looks a little better, right? And in this drop down, I'll put a similar this span again. Just stay with me, I'll explain everything. If you are having any doubt, I'll explain every single thing. I'll write a open button. Okay, just like that. This is a, for now, let's just work with, or maybe we can just put a button. Why to, why to do when we have a button like this? And in this button, I'll write open. Okay, this button will particularly be used to open and close the yes, open and close this drop down, right? For the input container, I'll give it a input container. What will it be? Input container, and this will be display flex, and justify content space, sorry, space between. It should be space between, right? So now they are something apart from each other, right? Okay, now let's go to dropdown.js again. Now we'll use another state over here that will say is open. Just a second, is open, and set is open. This will tell us whether the dropdown is open or not. Just like this. Initially the dropdown will be closed, so it will be false, right? Let's for a second, let's make it true, and here we will place a check. If is open, that means if drop down is open, what we'll do is we will, since we are having props over here, props, right? And here I'll restructure the props for you. So will be options is equal to props. What did we do here? Since we are already having options as a prop here, I'm restructuring this in the dropdown.js part, right? Okay, here, and now what will I do is I'll write options dot map, and this is option number 1. What will this return us? This will return us a division that says option container, right? This will be sorry, this will return us a option, not option container, but this will be an option. And whole of this particular thing will be wrapped in a division that is a option container. Okay, class name is equal to option container, just like this. And what I'll do is I'll move all of this code in this division, right? Just like that, right? So if you see, now we can easily this is true is open and options.map option. And what are we showing over here? That will be option dot name. You can see now the drop down is open and we are having this particular thing. Like we can see 4 options over here, right? Let's style the option container and options. Okay, now like option container, and in option container, what are we gonna do? We're gonna, okay, first we'll go with option as well. Okay, options will have a background of gray, maybe again, or let's change it to a little, this one. Okay, and the margin here, I'll give a margin top only. Okay, margin top of 5 pixels. Right. Yes, we don't have a semicolon over here, right? Options over here, and we'll also give a padding, a universal padding of 0.3 rems, so that it looks a little better. Okay, now we can see we have our options over here, and we have a something. It looks something like a drop down now, right? Now we need to add some functionality based on whether the drop down is open or not, right? So here, if the drop down is open, if is open, then what text do we need to show? We need to show a closed text, otherwise we need to show open, right? Just like this particular one. Now since the drop down is open, this is showing us close, right? Now on the click of this button, let me just beautify this, and I'll close this side. Yeah, again, come on. Yes, now it's closed. I'll just shift it a little bit here, right? Sorry. So on click of this button, this is on click handler on click. This will be a callback function. Sorry, this will be a callback, you can say, right? And in this callback, what will we do is we'll set is open. Whatever the state is of is open was there, just set the opposite state. That means if it was open, it will close. If it's closed, it will get open, right? Just like that. Now let's remove this text from here. Okay, and input container, this is input container, and this is let's give it a class name of input, right? So input container and input. Let's style it now. This is dot input container and dot input, and let's give this a background of again gray, and let's give it some subtle color. Why are we not able to see the color? Just a second. This is input container and this is class name input, right? Because we are not having anything. I think that's why. Let me see. The red. Yeah, we are having the width of this input again. The width of this input. Width. This will be 100%, right? Just like this. Now we can see something is here. Okay, and again a padding of 0.5 rem top bottom and 0.2 rem left right. Okay, come on man, this gets saved. Okay, since nothing is in the container, that's why it's behaving like that. Okay, so let's put a red, and this will simply work. Great. Okay, so what else are we having here? Now since there is no selected option, right? Now we need to put a let's put a on click on this particular thing. On click, what are we going to do on click? We are going to call a handle click function. Okay, first of all, let's make it a callback function. And why? Because we are going to call it with the option that we're having. Right now, let's handle click function. Let's use this function over here, handle click. This will be having an option, arrow function. Now we are having this one. Okay, now set selected option, that will be option dot name. The very same functionality, this particular thing, option dot name will be here, right? And after option dot name is selected, set is open to false, right? And now if I click this one, you can see option 1 is here. If I open this one, option 1 is here. If I click this one, option 2 is here. Now we need to put a cursor over here. This is option and cursor is pointer, right? And if you see, if I click on this, this is the now. If I click on this works. Now the good thing about this particular drop down is we get to modify it the way we want it, right? You can put any kind of styling that you want. If you want to make something red, if you want to make something yellow, green, blue, whatever you want to make, you can. Let's put another functionality right over here. Okay, so if the drop down is open, or if selected value is here, selected option is there, what are we gonna put as? We'll give a span again, and this span will have a X button. Okay, that means a cross button. Technically it's a cross button, not a X, but it will be a cross button. When I click on this one, we'll have a cross. Okay, or maybe I'll just put this as a button. You guys can definitely style it the way you want, right? You know how to style this. So I'll put a button over here. What will this button do is, this will on click, this will set the selected, this will be a callback function again, and set selected option back to nothing, right? So when you click on this, the option will be gone. If you open this, if you select something, the option is here, and this will only show when there is an option, selected option, right? You can see that, right? This works absolutely fine, and obviously I'm leaving the styling part to you guys, so you can, you know, style it the way you want. Obviously number of things can be done. So that's all for this particular video, and if you like this video, do subscribe to the channel, and please let me know in the comment section what kind of videos and what kind of component do you want me to make. Okay, so I'll stop this and I'll meet you in the next one. Keep watching Everything Programming Pro. Bye bye.